This is the Sailor Cast, brought to you by worshippers.net and Jim Burgdorf.
Greetings, everyone. Jim here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Sailor Cast. God's amazing and chosen plan. Now, in a recent Sailor Cast, we discussed how God's presence always leaves a mark, an indelible imprint on our lives. Now, I want to kind of follow that, tag team off that and follow that up. We talked in that one, Isaiah 55 illustrates this point with a couple of interesting metaphors, simile, technically. God uses these two important comparisons to show his chosen method and plan for our lives, for influencing our lives, and to emphasize what is an amazing promise for you and me. He says in Isaiah 55, 9 and 11, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours." And he continues with the second contrast. "As the rain and snow comes down and cannot return without watering the earth to make it sprout and go forth, give seed and bread, so shall my word be, my presence. Okay? It will not return void." In other words, it will not return without producing an effect. Wow. Anytime you truly encounter God's person, his presence, there remains a permanent effect. You cannot be touched by his presence without being somehow altered and changed. Just as it's impossible for the rain or the snow to fall without watering the earth and making it sprout. Worship is not a preliminary exercise. It's not a technique to simply get everybody's attention, gather the attention of an audience, prepare it for a sermon. No. It is truly as we behold the glory of God that we are changed. It's not my eloquence that will impact you through this Sailor Cast. It's whether or not the presence of the Lord touches your life in the process. It's as we behold the glory that we are changed. Growth in life is all about from glory to glory encounters. Wow. We are changed from glory to glory. God says his way is as different from ours as night is from day. He says that as the rain and the snow, in essence, moisture, nourishing, a nutrient in any form, it cannot help but bring forth and give seed and bread. So the encounter with the living God, with the living Word, his presence in any form, cannot help but produce a lasting result. It remains and does not return without watering, making it bring forth fruit, producing both bread for the eater seed for the sower. By the way, the Hebrew word translated word in verse 11 can also be translated purpose or glory. My word will not return void. My purpose, my glory will not return void. As we concluded the other Salabram, rest assured, any encounter with the glorious presence of God will always leave a permanent mark. You truly cannot be touched by Father's presence without being somehow changed. My friend, keep pursuing, keep reaching, keep seeking, and above all, expect. This is His higher way. Amen. Savor. Pause and ponder this today. Amen. Thank you for joining me for today's Selacast. This has been a Song of Jim. If you're blessed by these, share. Tell a friend about us. Subscribe. And let's do this again. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Sailorcast. For more info about Jim's books, music, and Sailorcast programming, visit worshippers.net.